What's up, pedal people? Today we're looking at the Fuzz Fiend from the Friedman. Fuzz Fiend from Friedman. That's alliteration alley. It's right there. The Fuzz Fiend from Friedman. Fuzz Fiend from Friedman. The Fuzz Fiend from Friedman is kind of like, you know, that big dude on a Harley with tattoos and the gray beard and the bandana in the leather vest, bare arms, coming into the club, kind of dragging a guitar behind him and saying, you know, what the fuck, let's start the show, and then just like rocks the freaking, you know, thing. It's just like this nasty old rocker dude, untamed, you don't tell him shit. That's that thing, that guy in a pedal. That's how I imagine it, that's what it sounds like to me. It's not your refined kind of, oh, this is a nice kind of fizzly-fuzzly sound. No, it's a, fuck you sound. Kind of like, you know, that. Of course, in the official demo for the Fuzz Fiend, I couldn't say that. Which is too bad. Trying to hold back when a pedal just wants you to, you know, burst out. Now, why am I playing this with this guitar? Isn't that kind of weird? Yes, it is. This is an Ibanez Joe Satriani, and Satriani has, at times, sounded very fuzzy. He had this period, still kind of has, where he's very fuzzesque and has embraced the fuzzesquitude. If I have that thing here, then if I have my cup here, then it's going to be the guitar camera, and then Leslie's not happy. No, wait, it's got to be over here. This is difficult. And I have to move over here, otherwise Leslie yells at me. So let's bring the Fuzz Fiend on the screen, please. There we go. Now, in the manual, in the manual it says fuzz bass mid treble volume. You know what that is. We know you know what they are. That's what it says. And we do. Gain, bass, middle, treble, volume, on, off. Very simple. Now, rage is a momentary switch. You have to hold your foot on it. What happens is, the gain will go into complete mega super overdrive. It's gonna go freaking crazy, and you can do some, you know, stunts with it. It's kind of like your stunt fuzz switch. Now, the whole thing is powered by a tube, which means it needs 350 milliamps to 400 milliamps, anywhere between 9 to 12 volt, which means you can't power it with a normal power supply, but it needs some balls, which means I have the Zoomer with 500 on each output. There's also the Friedman Power Grid 10 with 350 on each output. So any of these will do. Of course, the Friedman power supply will do it. Duh. What else? The ins and outs, all absolutely beautiful. Packaging, really, really cool. Comes in a velvet sack. It's a pretty big box because the power supply is in there with international plugs. There's feet and this tiny little manual. Everything, the whole presentation is high end. I think the thing clocks in the US at $299. In Germany and Europe, I'm thinking probably $350, something like this. So it's not an inexpensive pedal, but it's something very, very special. And as I said, untamed. So, Satriani going into the Fuzz Fiend, going into a spring reverb, which we're probably not going to use, going into, if you go to the other camera to show the amps, Leslie, the Rev Generator 120. So, right there, boink, is the Generator 120. We're going into the clean channel. And we're also then, which is where it's going to be interesting, going into a slightly driven channel. And that's where this thing sounds less fuzzy and just like, like that. Okay. Here's my clean sound. We're going to start with single coil because why the fuck not? With single coils and a low setting, it can be a nice overdrivey fuzz. It can be subtle. Let's try it. Let's try to be sweet with it. Let's try to make it sing bluesy with a little bit of reverb right here from the Silver Spring Reverb from Mad Professor, which rules. Now we do the same thing with the humbucker. Not too shabby. It's nice. That's overdrivey with a tiny bit of fuzzlish. There's a song right there. What the fuck? That is awesome. Can you do major chords with a fuzz? I don't think you should. I think there should be laws against that. No. let's look at the EQ sezione. Get that right out of the way. I'm always asked show some sludge sounds. Well, that's how we show sludge sounds. No idea who needs that, but apparently people who play sludge. Whatever that is, I'm gonna have to listen to some sludge, I guess. Maybe I don't. By the way, Friedman has a guitar like this. Not like this, but they have a Cali guitar, kind of like a Southern California shreddery kind of Floyd Rose, 2 humbuckers, maple bolt-on neck. It's called the Cali, and I'm really curious to play one, because they look beat up and shitty and just like rock and roll. Check out the Friedman website to see the new Cali by Friedman. I don't know when they're gonna hit where, but I want one really badly because it's just beat to shit old rock and roll guitars from the 80s. I need some spandex. I need some... Leslie, can we get some pink spandex in here? Can you put that on the shopping list, please? Thank you. Leslie, by the way, is switching from me. That's why I'm yelling at her. It's not like I'm hoping that she hears me, wherever she is. No, she's actually right there. Sustain, so what I would want in front of this would be a compressor. That would be kind of cool. I don't have the Friedman compressor. Never played it. Maybe that would be it. Maybe something from Wampler. Maybe the Keeley Compressor Plus is pretty damn cool, but still secret. Video's not out yet. And I'm about to film this thing, the Lyndhurst from Bogner. That thing gives you sustain for days, but we're not talking about that now. Anyway, compressor in front of this would be nice to have these notes really stand there. This is, for someone who does not like fuzzes, this is pretty damn fucking sweet. So, here comes the really sweet stuff, which is taking it in front of a cranked channel. It's not cranked, it's a slightly overdriven sound, like so. And it's thinner in the bottom. Am I not in tune here? So, I think this guitar needs some help. It was the D string. It was the D string! Leslie, what did... I can see that this camera's on or not because it's got a tally light on it, okay? I know when you're turning that off. I know it's on. I know it's off. I'm not that stupid, baby. I have gear that tells me what camera is on. Duh. Big red light on it, okay? yes, you can create some really, really cool noisescapes and freaky deaky solo parts. And of course, if you stomp on it and don't have to use, your finger, like I do, then there's more possibilities for divey bomby things and woo sounds. Of course, with the reverb doesn't work because it's, in front of a driven channel. You want to know what that sounds like in front of a whole bunch of amps? Let's listen to that. What do I think? Well, I guess all there really is to say is that fuzzes never really did it for me. But this is so kind of, it can be super, I don't want to say subtle, but it can be sweet and charming. But on the other hand, it can just be crazy and fuck you and guy in leather vesty and just like rock and roll attitude and motorbike mayhem sounds. It's, bottom line, it's fun. It's a fun Fuzz Fiend from Friedman. And that was 5 Fs right there. It's a fucking fun Fuzz Fiend from Friedman. Fucking, you know what I'm trying to say. It is just a fun pedal. I mean, really, it's just, that's what it is. What else can I do? When you're having a blast playing and you're coming up with new, that's actually what that sounds like. Then, if you're into that kind of raw power, get it. It's a little bit bigger, needs a little bit more power. But if you want untamed crazytude, the Fuzz Fiend from Friedman can deliver this type of sound to your doorstep. Yeah, fucking crazy. It's kind of, the pedal kind of sounds like the guys that make it. Is that English? When you meet these guys, they're cool. They're rock and roll from, top to bottom. So it's with Friedman, it kind of feels to me like their products embody their attitude, their lifestyle. Killer. That's what it is, rock and roll. Links below, animals at the end. Please support the channel by using the links. That would be very nice. I also have a Patreon account where you can help me do what I do, which would be great. And again, animals now.
I've been waiting and again that you're gone for good. Think about it, burn your lighters, wish I only could. Forget your bonus that you keep appearing in my dreams like a vision, a decision that's been made as it seems. But don't leave me standing here like an idiot in the rain. Oh, I miss the tender kisses and your lovely smile, and I damn, those are the men who made you say goodbye. Should've known that I'd